Hi, I'm here with a video about a play that charmed me so hard that I had to start a YouTube channel to just talk about it. Before moving forward, I want to just pose an intriguing question to you all. Would you dare to sell your soul for something like knowledge, power, immortality? I hope the answer is no. But 500 years ago, a man destined dared to ask this question, and literature has never been the same since. Hi, I am Vidya Lakshmi and I'm starting this space as a part of my passion for literature, neither as a classroom nor as a lecture. It is a personal journey into the texts that disturb, challenge, and confront and transform me. I believe literature is not something we study, it is something we survive. And today we begin with a play that does not offer comfort, it offers humongous confrontations. Ever since I was a student of literature, I was always fascinated about this play of Christopher Marlowe, that is Dr. Faustus. It has an upper hand in the purgatory process that happens inside of me. It questions every ounce of ego, pride, arrogance I hold. Every time I read this, I tear up with prick of conscience. I tear up with the aim of improving. I tear up with the aim of repenting. I feel a small, minimal amount of Dr. Faustus residing in me that is hindering me from the salvation. And the moment I feel the amount of influence I derive for the improvement is massive. And now you can feel why I chose a channel just to talk about it. And that's how this play has an influence on me. Before delving deeper into the play, I just want to talk about the Elizabethan background, the social atmosphere. Dr. Faustus was written during Elizabethan age, a time outwardly decorated with poetry, drama, and prosperity, and inwardly it was trembling with fear, confrontations, contradictions, and superstitions. Undoubtedly, Queen Elizabeth was a most able ruler. She had the most stable political life, but social evils still prevailed. Witch trials used to rampantly happen in England. I couldn't believe it that women who were just suspected of doing witchcraft used to be burnt alive. It's a proof that we can see in works of Elizabethan dramatists like William Shakespeare. We can see the amount of witches, ghosts, fairies in the works. That was how Elizabethan period was. This was an age where religion controlled morality, but curiosity threatened faith. Witch trials were real, as I said. Devils were believed in, heaven and hell were lived expectations, not metaphors. At the same time, science was beginning and it started to ask dangerous questions. Dangerous question, and man was slowly discovering that he might not be the center of God's universe, and that fear flows through Dr. Faustus. Superhuman ambitions, forbidden knowledge, spiritual rebellion, all were a part of Elizabethan society. These were not just themes or part of Elizabethan society, these were Elizabethan nightmares. Now, moving on, let's just see Christopher Marlowe, the man behind the play. And into this fearful, curious world walked Christopher Marlowe, one of the most dangerous minds of English literature. He was a university wit, educated, rebellious, fearless with ideas. He was one of the university wits. He did not write to reassure faith, he wrote to disturb it. He always made it clear that he is writing a man who is against, who is ready to abandon the orthodox Christianity, not to despise the religion in itself. He chose to painfully paint a man who still resides in a religion but who cannot find peace with it. He was rumored to be an atheist, but more than that, he was a questioner of authority. And Dr. Faustus is not a Christian sermon, it is a psychological excavation. The legend of Faustus, the drama of Faustus. Faustus was actually a historical figure, a German magician who is rumored to have sold his soul to the devil. Many before Marlowe had told this story as a warning. But a man is not just a man. He did something revolutionary. He turned a character into a conscience. He did not simply write about the damnation, he wrote about the desire. Faustus is not a stereotype. He is not an evil. He is just unsatisfied man with a lot of dilemma, with a lot of internal turmoils. Why Dr. Faustus is so euphoric? Why is it so painfully beautiful? It seduces before it destroys. This play does not shouts sin. It whispers temptation. Faustus does not rush into evil. He just slides into it. And that's the most painful part of it. It kills him inch by inch, to the extent that every ounce of him is devoured by the devil. It invites admiration before judgment. We do not watch Faustus as a stranger. We recognize him as a reflection. As I said earlier, I saw a Faustus residing inside me. It is so natural that modern man feel this conflict of evil and virtue, the conflict of ambition and over ambition. Faustus is a divided man. He is a divided soul. He does not hate God. He is tired of being small underneath him. He longs not just for knowledge but for dominance, and tragically, when he receives power, he wastes it. The chorus beautifully laments the scholarship of this man, intellectual man, the man who wanted eternity performs tricks. That irony is a tragedy. One of the major ironies of the play is where Faustus despises God, but he wants to become like him. That's the irony that is painfully painted throughout the play. The chorus, the first voice, the final truth. Before Faustus enters the stage, the chorus speaks, and that is not accidental. It is not for entertainment. It prepares us and you for the moral catastrophe. The ancient tradition of bringing chorus was to tell the story of royalty, war, or even the hero. But revolutionary Marlowe brought in a man, a pathetic man with a scholarly knowledge failing miserably. Tragedy is reserved no longer for kings. It has become so philosophic. It has become a revolutionary tragedy. He says there is no joy in judgment, only inevitability. It compares Faustus to Icarius, a man who flew too close to possibility and burned inside. Icarius, who was blessed with waxen wings, he chose to fly near the sun and got burnt. Even though he was predestined to be doomed, the choice of him to fly near the sun accelerated his damnation. The chorus comparing Icarius with Faustus shows that he is going to fall. He is going to fall inch by inch, and we see the damnation way before Faustus himself realizes or sees. It mourns with quiet sorrow. The chorus does not condemn him with anger. The chorus expresses melancholy. The chorus laments the loss of a scholarly man, and that is why the tragedy hurts even before it begins. Faustus has not met the devil yet, but as we say, we are going to meet him. But the tragedy of this is that, as the chorus says, and melting heaven conspired his overthrow. The divine order always crushes pride. We now already know that he is going to fall. Now the question is not what. The question is how and why, which is rather even more painful. Faustus has not met the devil yet, but he is already moving toward him. In the next video, we will see the Mephistopheles, not a monster, but as a gentleman, and then you will realize the devil does not knock. It just waits until you invite it. Thank you.